Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. I am showing a overview right now of the craft room and how I'm trying to slowly organize it. In a previous video I mentioned how I want to organize the collection kits that I get, which are these 12x12 pattern papers with the element stickers from various brands like Echo Park, Simple Stories, and these drawers from Walmart. They are roughly between $11 to $15, and I just stacked them up and then placed a board that my husband got from Home Depot in white, and I made myself a little desk, if you will. I love the idea of transferring my collection kits from here to placing them in here, and then also having like their embellishments and all the add-on stuff on top. I wanted to get up on here and give an update while I'm getting inspired as I organize my collection kits. In the beginning of the year, I actually had a goal to attack my collection kits more than I buy. So for January, I did really good, and I have most of the layout that I created right here. I had pulled out 2 collections, and I think 1 for Project Live, and I did knock out a good portion of those collections. Made a ton of layouts. It was such a success. I did love it. February, we moved the craft room from the master to this area since we are really buckling down hard this year to move. It had been on the fence every year, and we're really trying to get to the point where we moved this year. So February, I did not get to attack any collections. March, I found out I was pregnant, so I am in full swing morning sickness for the month of March and April. And this brings me to May, where I am finally better. I don't get the full-on morning sickness attack as much. I am part-time at work now, so I'm not doing as much work, but I do feel a bit more inspired to go ahead and start attacking my collections again. So, bringing you up to speed here. During that break, there was a lot of reflection that I did, that I had to decide, what do I really want to do? What do I want to focus on for 2024? I kept feeling the pressure that I was behind on Project Live, behind on all my previous projects. I'm doing 6x8 albums for December daily, October daily, Traveler's Notebooks, everything I can think of. Like, I just felt behind. What matters most right now? So I really had to, again, gain perspective on what I wanted to document, how many albums I wanted to have. So I know I want to have baby albums for each of my kids, including the one that's coming. And I knew I wanted to also have an album that's roughly between, after they have their first year baby album, another album ages 1 to 5, and then do a school album. Within the school album, it's chronological with any events that also occur that year. So that told me, all right, 12x12 layouts for them. So anytime I do a layout regarding that kid, it goes in each of those type of albums. Their baby album, their toddler phase, or a school album within the chronological year. Project Life is an everyday overview. That is something that we love looking through. I thought I wasn't going to do it this year, but I pulled out my previous Project Life albums, and the kids just came like magnets. Loved it. They laughed. They enjoyed the albums to a point where I could not do them. So that's going to be an overview, the little things that you don't think they're going to remember, they do. So that's something that I'm going to go ahead and keep on doing. And it's going to also be 12x12. Then I thought about my October daily, my December daily. Again, those are albums that I love to pull out every year. So I'm going to go slowly catch up on that. Traveler's Notebooks, I realized most of the layouts that I was doing, I could totally make in a bigger format and place it into their albums instead of just keeping it for me. So the only reason I would keep a Traveler's Notebook right now, it would be to document my pregnancy journey, or personal goals for myself. But some personal goals, I can definitely see that they could just get rolled into Project Life. So that way, my stories are also being told in Project Life rather than just telling my families and not including myself on a regular basis. So all that to say, I reflected, told myself 2024, and then I also drew a list of stuff that I can do for May. So I went back and I thought to myself, what memories do I want to document now? So the first one I'm going to tell you is for December, there was a date that my husband and I went on, and that date is fresh on my mind for December, and it was in the season, and I loved it so much that I want to document that in two ways. Our 12 by 12 album, All About Us, my husband and I, and then in my 6 by 8 album for December daily. So I'm going to be making two different layouts, one 12 by 12 to document the season for us, and then in the 6 by 8 album, December daily, the overview of the entire date. The next one I'm going to be doing is in January, my older son's birthday. We went to the aquarium, so I went ahead and pulled out that collection. This collection, Sea Life, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all of these because, it did have like fishes and stuff, and this is not 100% like, fish only. It does have the whales, it does have like sharks, so I'm going to see if that works with it good. But it did have the birds, and we love feeding the birds. So there's a bird one here somewhere. Oh, it's in this one. Animal Kingdom by Echo Park, right there. And so I thought these three would go good with that storytelling of the birds and my son's 15th birthday at the aquarium. Then another story that I want to document is we went to the zoo in March. And so these are perfect ones. Animal Kingdom or Into the Wild by Simple Stories. Then I wanted to do a double page layout for my sister since she's taking her 2-year-old son. Like every other Sunday, she takes him to the zoo. He loves it. So I thought I could do a double page layout with a bunch of photo mats, like to do a collage to kind of summarize and have her pick her best photos for the summer that really pinpoints the zoo for them. Then another one that I thought I can do was my son had a robotics Lego program that he was in throughout the school year that just ended, and it was the last competition he went to where I have photos. It was safari themed. So again, I thought this was perfect to use to document that program for him and that competition and place that in his album. So another one that I have is our Valentine's Day. We spent Valentine's Day at the park. We had a picnic. My toddler is not in school yet, so we made it work for us. So I decided I can pull out an older collection. Before I attack my collection kits, I pulled out this older paper pad, Hello Love, and it has a bunch of scraps. And I just thought I can try and make a layout with this. And I pulled out a stamp set to make a bit of a scene here from Lawn Fawn at the bottom of the layout. I've seen people do scenes with stamp sets or just basically some of the pattern papers that have that nice little scene view. I don't know how good that's going to come out, but I am excited to try. So that's what I pulled out for that layout for Valentine's Day. Then I have another stamp set that I pulled out for an Easter layout. Since my older son had found the golden egg on Easter, I wanted to document that for his album. And so I pulled out this stamp set from In a Creative Bubble for Studio Calico. And I just think it'd be great to use the stamp set. I love using stamps. I love using mixed media. And I also have a 6x6 paper pad that's Easter themed or spring themed, but I have to find it. I think it's packed in one of the boxes, so I have to find that to use it. And then I also have another layout that I would love to do for my son, my youngest. Right now, he is so heavily Mario Brother themed. He has a ton of Mario toys, and he loves to dress like Mario. So with overalls, little red shirt, little Mario hat, that I want to make a layout for his album. And I'm going to be using another stamp set to make a little scene there at the bottom. Now, it is not pretty. It is not organized. My boys, my youngest mainly, comes in here every single time when I'm in here and loves to stamp and make a little scene and color all the stamp sets. I don't think I've made a single card using these stamp sets since it's just been him. He loves using them along with my older boys. But yeah, so that's another layout. I'll see what pattern papers that I get, or maybe I'll make my own pattern papers with these stamps. But I think that's going to cover all the layouts that I had in mind. Oh, and I do plan to do one project layout pocket page and for the month of January. But I told myself as long as I get those pictures printed out, that's enough for me. So that's where Project Life stands. I think that sums everything up. I am excited. I am really inspired now as I dig into my stash and organize something that I was organizing the collection kit, and it made me want to start working with them. That's always nice. So I'm going to see if I can share either a process or two for of some of the layouts, or I'll probably be sharing an overview of all of the layouts completed at the end of the month. Comment down below, let me know if you have any of these collection kits in your stash and if it inspired you to get started on documenting something. As always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!